Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Sebastian from TechCentury and welcome to this behind the scenes look at the TechCentury channel. So this is the first time that you actually see my new studio that's built for photography as well as creating these videos. And I'm eager to show you what has changed here in this room, and you can actually already see the most important part of this photo and video studio in the background, because this is a background system with 3 different background colors. But now let's take a look at the other colors and how they just changed the video look and situation. So now we have the white background, nothing else has changed in terms of camera settings or lighting setup, and I really like how this just gives the video an entirely different look without really having to change too much, and just to have the flexibility to bring different looks to different videos is the one thing that I really appreciate the most. So now here we see the last color that you probably won't even see like this anymore in future videos, because this is just green screen green. So this allows me to create virtual backgrounds and virtual video sets. And I really want to use this for a relaunch of a video series that I had on the channel before. You guys can guess what video series this will be in the comments below, and I'll be interested to see if anybody can figure it out. But I think this is a great chance to have a virtual set to also bring completely different look that hasn't been on the channel before back here to TechCentury, and I'm really hoping that you guys will enjoy the content. So now let's actually get started with the tour here of this photo and video studio. Now, to be honest, it doesn't look as I envisioned it, so maybe you guys can give some ideas how to improve it, but it certainly gets the job done and it's a very good start, I would say. So starting with the background system, I mentioned it before, it retails for around 70 euros. Not the best quality, but it works, and just to have these different backgrounds is certainly a big advantage, and I love to use them. Then moving on to the other side of the room, we just have an old Billy from IKEA, which is currently used to just store some random stuff like boxes, also other video lights. And we also have a new tabletop in front of it that I'll use as a video surface for reviews. And then next to it we also have this new bar style table that I purchased here at a local store in Germany. And again, this was used in videos like the G Flex 2 review. Overall, I really like the design and also the finish just of the tabletop itself. Moving on to my lighting equipment, which you'll see next to it, I use a bunch of Velomax Pro tripods for these soft boxes. These are really great tripods. I think they retail for around 35 euros each, but they are very solid and have absolutely no issue holding up these soft boxes. The soft boxes themselves were purchased from a German online store, and they are just basically generic soft boxes that you can also pick up in the US, maybe on Amazon. 3 of these in total for I think like 160 euros. Now moving on, just here at the windows we have some of my camera sliders that, shame on me, I don't use as often as I probably should. They are all from Camera, and you can find my reviews on my channel as well. Now in terms of tripods, I use a variety of different tripods. I started out with just a very simple hammer tripod that retails for around like 20 euros here in Germany, and did the job for the beginning. But if you want to have a good video tripod with a fluid head, then you have to invest more money. And so around like 1.5 years ago, I moved up to a Manfrotto tripod that is purchased separately. The legs are the O55 Pro, I think, and the head is the MVH 502AH, and this is a great tripod head. But overall, this tripod, as you can see it here in the video, retails for around 400 euros, so it's certainly not cheap, and you don't even get a carrying bag with it. So anyways, moving on to the Kallax by IKEA that we see right here. This is where I currently store all my cameras and other equipment that I have here in this room. So starting here at the top, we actually have a few drones. Now these are very cheap drones. The one that you see on the left is the Syma X5C, I believe. So this retails for around 50 euros here in Germany, I think less than $50 in the US. and it already has a 2 megapixel camera that records 2 SD cards and flies pretty well. So it's great for practice if you don't want to crash like a 1,000 euro drone that I already did. Then moving on, we also have the X8C, which is the bigger brother. It retails for around 100 euros and is almost as big as, for example, the Phantom drones by DJI, but again with 100 euros, much cheaper and also great to practice. In the middle we then have the Hero 4 Black that I just purchased recently, also capable of recording 4K video, and I'm really looking forward to use this on vacation with some jet skiing. Then moving on, we get to the other cameras, and starting off we have a Samsung compact camera that I've used probably like 4 times. Moving on, we then have the Canon 700D, or I think it's the T6i in the US, with the 50mm f1.8 lens by Canon, as well as then also the kit lens next to it, 18 to 55mm. And then we also have a Tamron zoom lens that I think is 18 to 270mm, not 100% sure. Then moving on to the right, we also have the Panasonic Lumix FZ1000, which is a bridge camera with 4K video. I also did a video on this camera before and I'm really satisfied with it. The next spot is blank because this is where my AX100E from Sony, the 4K camcorder, usually sits in, and this is a camera that I used for almost 2 years now and I'm very satisfied with it, and I also record this entire video with this camera. Then below that we have some Aputure LED video lights. We also have a dual camera bag as well as another 700D here with the 70 to 300mm lens by Canon. And then some more tripods below that, and also the Wii Action Cam by Xiaomi, as well as then some boxes where, for example, charging cables are stored. So this wraps up my tour and behind the scenes look at my camera gear, as well as lighting and other stuff that I use to create these YouTube videos, as well as also the new photo and video studio. Again, if you have some good ideas on how I could improve this setup here, I'm really thankful for them and I'm looking forward to reading them in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to the channel for many more reviews and videos like this in the future. Thank you very much for watching.